Do you want to know whether or not allocated bottles are actually worth all the fuss? If you were to try them in a double blind, would you be able to pick them out, or would you prefer shelf available products? Well, if you want to find out, stick around because we're about to cover that right now. So, Bourbon Real Talk lovers, you guys have been going on a journey with me, learning how to find those rare and allocated bottles. And that's great. Some of you, though, actually many of you, in the comment section, continued to point out that many of these bottles are not worth the fuss. And that if you want to drink good bourbon, just go find some great shelf-available products and you'll enjoy it just as much. So I thought, let's make a little content for those people. And let's put that theory to the test. So what we are going to do today is I'm going to pour 3 allocated bottles and 3 shelf-available products. They are going to be lined up totally blind, and we are going to have our producer, Wes, and my lovely assistant, Lindsey, taste all of these, rank them up, and we're going to see, do they really prefer allocated bottles over shelf-available products, or is it a bunch of hype? Here we go.
Let's go.
Wes, are you ready?
Of course. I was born ready.
He was born ready. Okay, so what we have for you here is I have double blind poured you. Okay, now I don't want any arguments out of you people out there. Double blind in whiskey tasting means you don't know what the bottles are and you don't know what's in the glass. Single blind means you know what the bottles are, but you don't know which bottles are in which glass. This is double blind. You have no idea what I poured.
I have no idea. I wasn't in here.
Right, and the purpose of this...
This one's a little off.
Yeah, thank you, because that's been bothering me. The purpose of this is to see whether or not the highly allocated, super hyped whiskeys are really worth the hype.
Okay, so there are some allocated.
There are some allocated.
Some good shelfers.
And there's some stuff that you should be able to find on the shelf that I think is phenomenal. So all I want you to do is sniff away, taste away, tell me which ones you like, how much you like them, and then when we're done, we'll do the reveal and let you know, do you prefer allocated or do you just like good whiskey?
I don't even see any kind of markers on these. How do you know what's what?
Because I have a photo, my friend.
Oh.
I lined the bottles up behind the glasses and took the photo.
Sneaky bastard. Okay. This one's moving back. These are my top 3 favorites.
Okay.
These are my least.
All right. So are you ready for the reveal?
I'm nervous.
For the 3 that you did not prefer, okay? This one here is regular 94 proof Elijah Craig.
Interesting.
So that one you said you drink it, but you didn't prefer it. You gave that one around a 70.
Okay.
Okay. Your one of your top favorites was Blantons.
Really?
Yeah. So this is regular 93 proof Blantons, and that doesn't surprise me. Fred Minnick did a tasting in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Had a Blantons in there blind, and it won the tasting.
Yeah, I liked it. That's surprising because.
In your mind, you don't.
Usually, well, not necessarily in my mind, but in my mind, I like the Blanton's Gold. Like it's my favorite Blanton's, and I think I drink the Blanton's Gold more than I do the single barrel. So in my mind, I'm like, well, I don't really like the single barrel,
right?
But I actually do. That's great.
Right, it's got good flavor. Cool. Your third, and this is the one that you thought was Old Forester.
Yeah.
Basically, it's not. It's Jack Daniels.
Really?
But they're both owned by Brown-Forman, and they are both banana bombs.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both that banana
Man,
Rudd's, bananas Foster. And this is just I actually did a Jack Daniels single barrel because the 80 proofer would be too low to be in this flight. Yeah. So this is, let's see, 47% alcohol. Really? That puts it at, what is that, 92? So this one's 94, 93, 92 proof. Okay. So we're trying to stay in there. We've got one that was too high, but they don't have a product that's in that range. So, let's see. This one, which you did not like, was Elijah Craig 18.
So I'm giving Elijah Craig some hate here today. And I didn't really think I...
Elijah Craig 18 is arguably just, it's too much time in the barrel.
Right.
It is a single barrel. Some of them are better than others. This one happens to be overly tannic. There's not very much left of the fruit flavors in it. Number 5.
This was the one I said was thin.
Yeah, thin. Yeah.
So that makes sense then.
Yeah, and maybe they decide to release this one at a 90 proof because there's just not much of it after 18 years, and they need to add more water. I don't know. But yeah, it's a little thin, a little tannic. So this was 90 proof.
Okay.
One of your other favorites was Knob Creek.
I do like Knob Creek.
This is base level Knob Creek. Unfortunately, it's 100 proof, so it had an edge in this competition because people like us are probably going to pick higher proofs, but still solid shelfer. And last but not least, also one you did not like was Weller 12 year.
No way. What the hell was my problem? I love Weller 12.
I'm telling you, Weller 12 is one of those overhyped. It's good whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not good.
That's so strange because I'm not lying. I've really recognized lately that I am a wheated bourbon guy.
You love wheated bourbon.
I really like wheated bourbons.
Yeah.
And for this to not, I don't know.
Well,
we need to re-record this because I do like Weller 12.
No, and I totally expected the knob to beat the Weller 12. Totally expected that to happen.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm surprised. This is really cool. I enjoyed this.
All right, well
this is the first time I've ever done a double blind, and it is so fascinating to find out where your palate. I recommend it.
Yeah,
have your spouse, have somebody set you up and see where you fall because this is really interesting.
Along those lines, I'm setting Lindsey up right now.
No cheating.
No cheating. All right, I'm going to go grab her. She's out in the garage packing your Bourbon Real Talk orders.
Okay.
We're going to load her up.
We're lining these
Line them back up. Let's go get her. Hey, Wes.
Hey, man. I'm here.
What are you doing?
I'm here for the bottle share.
Oh. Wow. So you just carried all this?
Well, I put them in my seat, and I kind of put the seatbelt over them and things just to keep them from... But this one did fall on the ground. I hope it's okay.
Yeah. Sometimes
I'm good. I just couldn't decide really what I wanted to bring. So
well, I recommend that you get one of these.
Oh, a Mary Poppins bag?
Yes, it's very similar to what Mary Poppins would carry, except for it holds whiskey.
Ooh, okay. Tell me more.
All right, so Bourbon Real Talk has had this custom designed for whiskey lovers. Nothing like this has ever existed before.
Ever.
It's been designed to hold all bottles, okay? Every even
size,
a wide bottle like this one, look at it. It fits right in there. Ooh. Super tall bottles like E.H. Taylor, no problem.
What about the
fits
Leaper
right
fork?
in there. Leaper's fork. Look at this. Even the weird shaped like Scotch-like bottles. Like
this
the
is a weird.
12.
I bet this one doesn't fit.
No, that one's gonna fit just fine. I promise.
Oh wow. Okay. And then we've got. So how many can you fit in here? I mean,
you can fit 6 in here. Ooh. If this is something that you need because you carry bottles places, head on over to bourbonrealtalk.com and pick one of these bad boys up.
If you want to look really cool at your next tasting that you show up to a bottle share, walk in with one of these Mary Poppins bourbon bags and just keep the bottles coming out of them.
Keep them coming. And truth be told, I've carried up to 10 bottles in this bag.
All right.
Because there's separation in between the padding, so you can fit 2 in the center, 2 on the sides, boom, 10 bottles.
Boom. That's everything you need. Okay?
Everything you need.
That's what we're here for, to keep you hooked up with all the cool bourbon lover tchotchkes.
And also, check out the other great things that are on bourbonrealtalk.com.
Yeah, do it. I'll see y'all later.
Okay, Okay, pretty girl. We got you all set up. Basically, what we are doing here is I have 6 separate bourbons poured for you. Your job is to taste them, probably give them a rating. Okay? So like 70 would be like, probably would never drink this one again. 80's like, hey, pretty good. 90's like, god dang. Okay? So you're gonna kind of rate them up. You don't have to necessarily put them in order, but if you could separate the ones that you like more from the ones that you like less, that would be perfect. Just do not get the glasses out of order. I recommend that you touch one glass at a time, and you can spend as much time as you'd like nosing the glass, smelling the glass. You don't have to drink all the alcohol in the glass because that would be a lot for a nugget like you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Did I cover everything, Wes?
I think so.
I think so. Okay.
No cheating.
No cheating.
Start adding them back in.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Is this your final answer?
I think so.
All right.
That one.
You ready to know what you drink?
Sure.
I have the master key right here. And you don't get to look yet. Nugget. Always trying to cheat. Okay. So, one of the ones that you like the most was regular 94 proof Elijah Craig.
Okay.
Number 2, which you thought was okay, was regular Blantons, single barrel 93 proof.
Okay.
Number 3, which you did not love, was Jack Daniel's single barrel, which is a 92 proof version of their black label, probably.
But not the square one.
It's a square one, but not the barrel proof version.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I like the single barrel.
Yeah, the barrel proof is the one you like.
Okay.
This one's, I use this one because it's closer to the proof of the other whiskeys.
Okay.
One that you did not like was Elijah Craig 18.
That's bad, right?
That's why I did this, because I knew that all the other shelf whiskeys were going to lay waste to Elijah Craig 18. Okay. And then number 5 is Knob Creek. Regular old Knob Creek. Find it on the shelves anytime. Unfortunately, this one was 100 proof because Knob Creek doesn't have a low 90s proof for me to throw in there. And your last that you liked was Weller 12 year. Mm. So of the allocated bottles, you only picked one as your favorite, and the other 2 fell short behind regular Elijah Craig and regular Knob Creek. So there you have it, folks. Just as I suspected, Knob Creek coming home with the gold, beating everything else out. In one instance, we had one blind taster picking one bottle that was allocated. The other blind taster picked one, but both rejected 2 in preference for shelf-available products. So, let that be a lesson to you. If you want to drink good whiskey and have great drinking experiences, you don't have to go out there and chase those rare bottles. You don't have to pay anything crazy from a price gouge store. You don't have to go onto the secondary. There's plenty of great products out there on the shelves. Now, if this is your first time watching Bourbon Real Talk, I want to say thank you for coming by. I want to let you know about our show philosophy. We are all about bringing people together. And the reason why using the power of whiskey to bring people together is something that I've really thrown my life into is because I lost my brother to suicide in 2014. And after that experience, I was looking for ways to help people feel connected because I realized there's people all around us that feel unloved. And whiskey seems to combat that because when you get involved in the whiskey world, you make a whole new set of friends. You start to connect over that brown spirit and you don't feel alone anymore. And so that's part of the reason why I started the podcast. Through the process, though, of getting involved in the whiskey world, I unfortunately saw the dark side of social media where people can be very ugly to one another. And I realized that if somebody can show hate to you online, it's just as easy for me to show love to you online, even though I really don't know you. And that's why I end every show with the same sign off, and that's this. If you woke up this morning and you're unsure whether or not anyone loved you, just know that I love you. And I'll see you next time on Bourbon Real Talk.
Did you look around here? Anything in mind?
Yeah, if you want it to be the best beard in the world.
I do. That's what I'm going for.
Then you're crushing it.
I'm in the runnings.
In the runnings. Okay, the cool runnings.
Cool runnings.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, I love that movie. That's a throwback.
Yeah. So
it's bobsled time.
Did you know that they announced that they're going to have a bobsled team?
Who is? Jamaica?
Uh-huh.
No.
They announced.
Is this a joke?
I don't know. It's not a joke.
I'm waiting on the punchline.
Well, the punchline is they took the scene from Back to the Future, where Michael Keaton or whatever, not Michael, whatever his name is, Jay Fox is like, yeah. Ooh, I've seen this one.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I know what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie. I need to watch that.
So good. Okay, here we go.
Hey, what's up, Bourbon friends? It's Wes here, and I want to personally invite you to the Bourbon Real Talk community. Now, if the show philosophy resonates with you and you have this desire to connect with others, you don't want to feel alone, well, that's what we're here for. So you're in luck. Go to facebook.com and log into your account and search Bourbon Real Talk community. Now, you're going to request to join the group. It's a private group, but we are going to accept you in with open arms and be excited that you are a part of something bigger. Now, that's what bourbon's all about, connecting others with this brown spirit and with one another. So we're going to have live events, we're going to have barrel picks, we're going to have open discussions, private videos for you to see from Bourbon Real Talk, and it's a great way to get connected with others all around the world. So go on Facebook now, search Bourbon Real Talk community, and I'll see you there.